Hey guys, it's JC Chandler back again. I hope everyone is doing well, and I hope you are creating something amazing. I'm online now to revisit this style of earring, and I've been playing around with this blank. Did a couple of pairs and I'm gonna show them to you, but I think what I'm gonna have to do is fix what I already started. And it's been, I guess, the perfectionist in me, or whatever you want to call it. When I'm creating jewelry, it is fun, and I want to make sure that it is actually also professionally made, or at least looking presentable. So instead of going further with recreating these, I'm gonna go ahead and finish these up because I definitely love the color scheme. And yes, they are a little bit bigger than what I would normally sell. This is the ideal size that this is 2 inches, and these are right at 3 inches. So that part. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these to the side, but let me show you what I was working on with the same exact earring blanks. So I was trying to just get some color. You know, I told you guys I was doing the Roy G. Biv rainbow, and these are not finished, as most of the time when I'm showing you stuff, they are not completed. But I will do a video showing how I complete them. More than likely, they will be resined on the top to pop those colors out. I'm not sure if I'm going to throw any metallic on them. And so this is a colorful paper behind here, done exactly the same way as how I did this, only I put paper on, like here, glued it on here, and then put the corresponding colors, tried to match as much of the purple in this background as possible. So that's what I did with these, but my brain was still going over here. Even though I was getting ready to do something different, kind of recreate this, I said I'm not going to recreate this, I'm going to do something different with these. And these are 1.5 inch. So we got 3 inch, 2 inch, and 1.5 inch. The 2 inch will be available on my site shortly. If not by the time you're watching this video, very shortly after. All right, let me put these to the side. But anyway, let me go ahead and get started here with fixing this baby. So not much was wrong. There was really nothing wrong with it. It just wasn't finished, right? And usually I'd like to at least resin it out, right? But let me tell you what I've done since the last time we were on. I did feel rough edges. Now, one thing about me when I'm doing this wood earring and wood jewelry, I want it to feel smooth. So I file down the edges. Here's my, oops, file, and I just kind of, until it's smooth. Now I'm not going to do it on camera because I've already done it, and now I know why I like to put the fabric on my laser, then cut the fabric and shapes. It's because before I got the laser, this is how I used to add fabric on and then cut the edges. My hands just can't take it. I always forget. And I've said in a previous video that I won't do videos anymore that are not with fabric on the wood if it isn't cut from the laser, because my hands are a little tender right now just from doing that. But with all that said, I have smoothened these out. I really need what I am selling, and if these come out the way that I want them to in the end, these will be for sale. But right as they are now, no. And when I like them is when they are really smooth. You don't want anything that you're selling to scratch. You know, the earrings are gonna hit on the neck, and you don't want it to be an irritating, even if it doesn't scratch, you don't want it to be an irritant while they're wearing it, right? So what I've noticed is, because this wasn't laser cut onto here, there's fabric lifting. These may or may not be salvageable to the point of being sold, but on this video, until I finish and am satisfied, I will be recording. I don't know how much editing will be done, so feel free to join me while I finish these off. And if you can't stay, I understand. Please press pause and come back later. All right, to all my subscribers, like I said, we're almost at 2,000 subscribers. I will be doing a giveaway, and the giveaway will be for subscribers and Facebook group members. If you are not a subscriber, you won't be eligible to win. So please subscribe so that you can be put into the drawing for a package of items, and I'll be showing those items just before I do the drawing. I'll show you guys. Right now I'm on a vacation from work, and I'm in my zen, so I'm going to be focusing on creating stuff, but I will also be in the background getting the packets together, and I'll show those to you as I get them together. Let's move on. So here, fabric is coming up, so I'm going to put some glue on here, and I like to put glue around the edges when it's not a laser cut fabric. Sometimes even when it's laser cut, it needs glue, but I'm going to go ahead and press that down. Give it a second to dry. Alright, so that's, nothing else looks like it's coming up. I'm going to put some here. This is what I do, guys, behind the scenes, like when I'm fine tuning jewelry that I'm going to sell. This is part of my process. Oops, sticky. All right, let's see. Yep. I will be doing some more staining of the edge because I have filed a lot of it off. So to make sure that this is nice and sealed, I'm just going ahead and putting some more glue on here. Now what you'll notice is this glue makes the marker that I use shiny, so that keeps me from having to put resin on my sides. I'll show you what I'm talking about. I put it on with my finger so it'll come off smooth. Oh, I love that. Okay, let's see. So I'm putting the glue on before I put more permanent marker. And y'all forgive me, I'm in my zen, so my voice is probably, I may talk, I may not, but I'm trying to get better about recording what I do so that you guys will have some inspiration. All right. I think I did this. I'm just using Tight Bond glue. That's the glue I'm using. It's just in a little precision tip bottle. All right, I see some fuzz there, and I don't know how I'm gonna work this out. I've got some ideas to put some resin right in this crevice, but we'll see how that's gonna work out with that fuzz. I don't know. And that's because I had to file it. So let me see how that works. Maybe it won't be so fuzzy. Because when I put the resin on, that fuzz turns into sticky, prickly pieces. And we don't want that. So I'm pressing them down. Yeah, that's gonna probably work really well. Pressing it down so that it's nice and smooth on the edge. So when I put resin on here, it doesn't stick out. And this is my preference, guys. Y'all don't have to do this. This is me trying to fix this. Repair. All right, this is gonna have to take some time to dry, this one. Let me go put it in front of the fan and see if it'll work. So I was off yesterday from work, and like I said, I'm on kind of a vacation from work right now, and I moved around some, like reorganized my room. I have a workout room now that I wanted dedicated to just working out. I had my work desk in there, and I was like, nope, I do not want to see my work desk while I'm working out. It defeats the purpose. I'm supposed to be, when I'm working out, it's when I'm in between breaks from work, because I work from home a lot. And I was like, I do not want to see my desk, so I moved it. And I revamped my workout room because a sister needs to get up from this table and move more. When I say chunky, I mean chunky. I needs to move. So my body is extremely sore right now. I don't know what I did to my hamstrings, but every piece of my muscles are screaming at me. I had to stretch for like an hour before I went to bed last night. And then I had to get up and move. I was like, oh, that's painful. But that's the type of movement I should be doing. Sometimes, anyway. I don't want to feel it all the time, but... So I'm putting that edge on. So when I put that permanent marker back on there, it's going to be nice and shiny. This is something I found out by mistake. I was like, why is this side shiny and this side not? I think I had forgotten to put some, I don't know how I remembered, I don't know how I realized it, but it was like, that was a happy mistake. All right, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. I was just rubbing so it would be nice and smooth. And I don't want to, I gonna wait till this is fully dry, so I guess I'll be editing and coming back. I'm pressing this down with my fingernail so I don't feel anything. I don't know if you guys truly know what I mean when I say smooth. I don't want anything, because I used to get annoyed. That was one of the main reasons why I never really wore jewelry, was because they weren't comfortable. All right, let me go and put this under the fan. Do my pressing with my fingernail on this one. I really need something hard to do it with. Do it better. This is acting like a kind of like a bone tool. I'm pressing down on that hard glue so it will smoothen out. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Nice and smooth. All right, I'm gonna put this under the fan, let it dry until that glue is not white, and then I will be, I guess I'll be back. Well, while we wait, let's work on these. Isn't that how we roll? We're gonna work on these. Let me put this one under the fan. Yeah, that's nice and smooth now. Let's see. Perfect. Okay, I'm happy with that. Okay, so what are we gonna do with these? Now, I just did the same thing to this. Oh, my hands are fumbly. I did use the edge of something to get that edge to be nice and soft before I start with it. Oh, looks like I need some glue here. This is the one on the other video where some areas of the fabric was overlapping and I didn't get enough glue on it. So this is one. I love this little bottle. Oh, this is what I was doing. I was pressing the glue onto one of my pieces and it got on the side, and so when I went to stain the edge, that's how I found out it gets really shiny if that glue is there. Let me see. Any more. Oh, there's that coming up just a teeny bit. Let's see. Whoops. So there we go. Let's do that. All right, so I don't really need to wait too long for that to dry, because all I'm gonna do, I'm brushing some resin on here. Y'all know how I do. I have been itching to put some resin on something that had a lot of curves on it. Excuse my water bottle sound. Let me drink something real quick. I think my voice is still feeling that dust from yesterday. All right, So we're getting ready to do some really intricate resin. But first things first, we're going to brush this on, or paint it. Brush it on. I just cleaned my mats so they're nice and sticky. And if you are creating along and you're getting ready to use something that has fabric or a blank, you're gonna need some resin. You're gonna need a lamp. You're gonna need some kind of resin tool. You're gonna need, let's see what else. Something to stick them on if you don't mind, if you don't want them to move. So let's see if we can go ahead and get that brush going. This is the resin that I am using. I love it. I'm only gonna put a small amount. I'm not using a whole lot. Let me see. Yeah, let me put my top in there and get my brush. Still got some on there, so I may not need a whole lot. I mean, literally a dab. I'm not gonna do a whole lot. That one little dab will go between the two of these pieces, and then still be there when I get ready to do another one. So this is my process. Put down one layer with a brush. Allow to bubbles, you know, whatever bubbles are gonna come up, to come up or get stuck. Sometimes it's a 4-layer thing for me, depending on how much I want to dome it. This one I think might get domed pretty good, but I also think that I might want to do the backs. It's been a while since I've done two-sided dome earrings. Lately I've just been doing one side. So let's see what happens. We don't know. All right, so see, that's that. Very little dab, and I'm waiting until the fabric looks like it's saturated before I start doing anything else. I want it to look wet, so it's absorbing the resin. There's a string right there. Wish I had gotten right there too. Oh well, you won't really see it. Once I get this finished. All right, here we go. I like what I'm seeing. I've got some glitter on here as well. Let's see. Let me close that up, and we're gonna put this lamp on. There we go. All right, let's see. Nice and cured. All right, now it's time to start with the other layers. I think I'll brush it on one more time. Oh, take the top off, Jack. Now when I put this layer on, it's a little thicker, and sometimes I just kind of dab. And I go to the edge, get it nice and close to the edge. Now the intricacy of this one, see that little spot in there? That little indentation? That's gonna be an issue if I don't take my time. All those little curves, if you see those little curves in there, right there and right there and right there, It's gonna be a challenge for me, but if I'm in my zen, I'll get it with no problem. Sometimes, you know, because it is challenging, this shape. And sometimes the corners of a triangle, or even in the pointed section of a heart, you got to be careful, because that point, it'll let that resin fall right through. All right, which is why in styles like this, I do not pour the resin on and try to dome it right away. There's too many little pieces, little areas where it could absolutely fall. This is going to give me a nice flat surface. I'm going to put a little bit of flame to this, in case there's a couple of bubbles that want to come on up. All right, we're going to do the lamp one more again. Covering the eyes. All right. I think I was touching my mat instead of this, but better safe than sorry. All right, very good, very good. Nice and hard. So now it's time to zen out. This is gonna take some, I'm gonna do one at a time. It's gonna take some precision, guys. Precision. I need a piece of paper under here so I can slide this around the way I need to. So let's go ahead and use the eye protection to double up. There we go. I got my tool. All right, one at a time. Let's see if I can do this without messing it up. Let me go around the edges. Hopefully that's not a mistake. Take care of the corners so I don't have to get too close to them later. I hope this is not a mistake. We shall see. And then I do the same around the circles. My apologies if this makes you dizzy, me turning this around. This is my process, and I don't mean to make you dizzy, but this thing is gonna go around and around and around. I have found early on in my learning of resin, it's easier to move the piece around than it is to try and reach the edges without moving it. It just saves a whole lot. Yep, I need a little more. And I like to do this with UV resin because I can use the lamp to help me out. It keeps me from, like, I don't have to wait until it is totally cured to put another coat on. Like 24 hours, I can't. I'm impatient. Like, I have patience for some things, but when I'm creating, I like to see the result the same day. I don't want to sit and wait. This is going to definitely have one more coat, I think. A little nervous about them edges. over here. But at this point, it is what it is, right? But it will get another coat. So I'm gonna put the lamp on here. See how that looks? That one's nice and flat. This one's not so flat, but it will be domed on the next one. All right, let me go ahead and put a little flame to it. Get rid of some bubbles, if they're there. And let's move this, because that's our eye protector. Off we go, on we go, and boom. And cured. Now it's time to do that one. Let me see. Doesn't look like it ran off. Okay. There we go. We are doing okay. Let's see if we can do the same here. I think I need 2 of these. See if this works. Too close right there. Let's see. Gonna need a little more. Bring it on over. Alright. That looks okay. Give it a little flame. Give it a little light. Okay, let's take a look. Very nice. I'm gonna let this cool off just a bit. No leaking, yay. I don't know if you noticed, but if you have a resin lamp and you're working with UV resin, they're warm when they are being cured. So I thought the string would not be visible, but it is, and I don't like that. What can I do? I can drop some foils on top of there before I put my last coat of resin. That'll hide it. So let's try that, because I don't like that. And I think it's gonna be a silver one, piece of silver. Well, no, I don't know, whatever comes out first. Let's see, let's do gold. Pull out a piece of gold and see if I can do this without making a mess. This stuff lasts forever. Well, if you don't use it, it does. I've been using the foils a little bit more lately. Let's see. Oh, is it more than one? Okay, there we go. Let's see if I can do this. Do I need... I'm gonna do this. There. Just to make sure it sticks. And I'm only gonna get a tiny piece. That's my goal. Oh. That did adhere pretty darn well. Okay. See if I can get another tiny piece. Tiny piece. Even a little bit. There we go. Gotta get creative. Come on. There we go. All right, that's it. That's why this stuff lasts forever, because you don't need much. You really don't. Let me press this down. That covered what I had an issue with. No more threads. I like it, I like it, I like it. All right, let's see if we can finish this off. Oh, before I go and finish this, one of these is dry. The other one is still drying. So by the time I finish this, we might be able to continue. We've already been recording for a pretty good while, so I don't know. See if we can continue with the red one. All right, let's go ahead and get this one finished. Here's where I bump into problems, because I get a little happy, and then right around those edges I forget. more. Let's try not to put too much. Let's see what this looks like. Alright, so I'm gonna show you guys something after this cures. What I did to hopefully assure that I did not get too close to the little pockets. So let's see if I did it right. Alright, let me show you what I did here. And it looks like it's just part of the design, really. So right into, let me do this. Right into the corner, I am allowed it to dimple. You see that? If I didn't, it would drop right into it. It'll come right through. So I decided to purposely put like a barrier there, so it would just show like a dimple. And it actually looks like it's part of the design, which actually is, but no one really knows what that reason is, right? Okay, so now you guys know. Oh, I didn't even, I guess it was good that I was recording in, I'm sorry, it was probably way too close. Let's give it some flame. Uh-oh, which one is it? That one. Okay, I forgot which one I was working on. They're so shiny. All right, let's get a light under that bad boy. And these will be almost done. Let's see. Just, darling, just. All right. What are we gonna do on the backs? Didn't I say I was gonna do a double-sided on this? I don't know. Let's see. These are pretty. I do want to do a double side, and you know what? Since I have the gold foil out, I think that's what I'm going to do. So let's do I don't want to mess up the face of my shiny resin. So let's do the yeah, let's do this. I'm going to cure this, and then I'm going to put some foil on it, and then I'm going to put more resin on top of that, and that'll be the back. I've not finished my pieces like that before, so let's see what happens. I want this to stay stuck. I'm gonna cure it a bit with this light. I'm covering your eyes. Actually, nope. I like doing this. It's quicker, less awkward. I don't need it for the whole 2 minutes. Just a teeny bit, not a lot. Not a lot. Let's do this. I'm gonna do it this way. Oh, that didn't work. I really don't want it to get on the front. Do it. I'm gonna have to do it. Let me do this first, because this stuff will stick to my silicone mat and I will be upset. Don't want it on my silicone mat. Finicky. I don't want it on my sticky mat either. Oh, come on. This is not what I wanted to happen. I should have put more, I guess. Finished yet. I'm not finished yet. That part does not like this leaf, but that's all right. Oh, so how about we just do it like that? That's about all I'm gonna do to finish it. That's it. That is it. That's more than we had. That's more than we had. Now I'll put a little bit more. Resin. I like it. Better than what we had. Ooh. It's on the front too. No. That's gonna come off. Oh well. Sometimes you get some happy mistakes. Let's see if we can make another one. Happy mistakes. Okay. A little bit. Alright, alright, alright. Let's go ahead and wipe this up and get back to the red. We're on here for a minute, guys. This is a long one. I might. Nope, I'm not gonna break it up. This is how we do it. I said a video ago that sometimes I'm creating and I just don't record. Well, here I am recording, and I don't know how much editing I will do, if any. So let's brush this on. Oh, that's a lot. More than I wanted. In the zone. Yeah, these are not bad at all. Let's see if they can stay that way. Looks like I did the ups and the top and the bottom on purpose, but I didn't. All right, let's see what happens. Take it down. Put this. I might have to do the red one in a different video, guys. I'm gonna be here for a hot minute. Maybe break it up into 2 videos. Alright, let's see. ahead and finish these. I like them. I need them to cure a little bit longer. So I'm gonna put them under the light one more time while I find something good stuff. Nice and cured. We're gonna have to do some softening of the edges, just because I like to do that. We got some leaf in between here. Uh-oh, sorry, hitting my light and all that jazz. I got this stuff low. There we go. That stuff was hiding. Let's see, are you hiding too? Okay. Hiding. All right. Move this. And I'm going to put this up before it gets stuck everywhere. All right, so we've got, these are 2 inches. Let's see, what are they? Yep, 2 inches long. This is what they look like. Let me see if I can give you some up close. Very nice. And then there's the back. Nice shimmer. Okay, and here's the ear wires. I know we got some silver sparkle in there, so I'm gonna use the pinch bell ones. I like to use my pliers to close them up, because my hands won't be able to do it right now. Even though it doesn't take much, but like I said, I was doing a lot of work yesterday around the house. I'm talking moving heavy stuff, and did I put that on right? Yeah, moving heavy stuff, sliding stuff. My hamstrings are killing me. And I'm like, you know, they say usually the second day is when you really feel it. So tomorrow's gonna be crazy. All right. This is how I normally hold it. And here they are. These are pretty. These might be part of the giveaway. 2K giveaway. All right, let me put them on, get them all dressed up. Here's my cards that I did. Get some earring backs on them. And this, I have not done in a while. This is a completed pair of earrings. Finished with ear wires and earring card and all. Look at this. Oh my goodness, these are amazing. Yes, and these cards, these earring cards are way bigger than the ones that I bought from the store. Let me just show you the difference. Do I still have any of them? I know I do somewhere. Oh, here they are. These are the ones that I bought from the store, and they are a lot shorter. I say a lot because really, when I'm making long earrings that have that little bit right there, that's almost a half an inch right there. So they don't, and then the hole is all the way down here. So let me show you the difference. And I can make custom cards for you if you are interested, but look how far down it goes off the card. So I used to have to watch what I put on my earrings so they wouldn't look so janky. I think this looks janky to me if I want to use this ear wire. So, or I can use my cards, which I put my QR code on, and it looks nice and uniform. It fits. There's no spaces, nothing. So anyway, my finished pieces, and these are the blanks that I have on my website. These are 1.5 inch, those are 2 inch. I'm only offering, I think, maybe 2 inches only. All of my earring blanks are 2 inches. They may go bigger, but I don't think I'm offering the 1.5 inch. Those are for me. Okay, I'm going to make it a part 2 so we can finish this. All right, so this isn't too long. This video is already pretty long. So I'll see you in part 2, guys. Go create something amazing.